Yeah, past the time.
Mama.
On behalf of Srinivasa Sri Balaji Temple, we welcome the Harikatha team of Srimati Jina Mohan. She has been here a number of times, and it's always been a pleasure to listen to them. And Perumal enjoys her Harikatha always. Okay. Please, welcome to all of you. Thank you.
अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुग्म व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरो भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धो रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये माता पिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य नकुलपदेव कुलाभिरामम् श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगलं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना, which means I bow down at the lotus feet of Nammalvar, whose lotus feet are always the mother, the father, the children, and the wealth, and everything else, and who is the leader of our Sri Vaishnava community, whose feet are decorated with flowers and radiantly glowing. Lord Vishwaksena, Commander-in-Chief of Lord Vishnu, came down as Alvar, as Nammalvar, or who is also called as Srimad Shadagopan Swami. Nammalvar means our Alvar, who is very, very close to the heart of Lord. He is also known as Maran, Parankushan, Vakulabhiramar, Magil Maran, Kurugur Nambi, the largest contributor to Nalayana Divya Prabandham. He gave about 1,296 hymns, from Tiruviruttam 100, Tiruvasiriyam about 7, Tiruvaimuli 1,102, and from Periya Tiruvandadi about 48 pasurams only to glorify Tiruvenkadamudayan. He said, Agalagille nirayum en alarmer mangai urai marva Nigaril pugalai ulagam manudaya Yennai alvane Nigaril amarar munikkalangal virumbum Tiruvenkadathane Pugal ஒன்றெல்லா அடியேன் உன் அடிக்கீழ் அமர்ந்து புகுந்தேனே, which means, O Lord Venkateshwara, Alamir Mangai, she will not be away from you even for a fraction of a second and stays in your chest always. O Lord Srinivasa, one who is unparalleled and the one who has 3 worlds to his possession. My ruler, all devas, rishis, they worship you. They desire you at Tirumala, Tiruvenkadanatane. I, the one who has no other means and no one else for my redemption except you, only you. I am your eternal servant and I am only yours. I hereby surrender at your lotus feet. Please always bless me and take me to be at your feet forever. This is Nammalvar, who gave first the Sharanagati Tattva. He prayed to Lord Venkadanathan, Lord Venkadamudayan, and surrendered all of us to his feet. Let us all enjoy today that Tiruvenkadamudayan, avanoda Tiru Kalyanam, Srinivasa Kalyanam. Let us all begin with a prayer on Lord Vishwaksena, who is none other than Nammalvar, followed by a kriti on Tyagaraja Swami on Tiruvenkadamudayan. When he went to Tirupati, the curtain was closed and Saint Tyagaraja was so sad, was so upset, he could not get the darshanam of Tiruvenkadamudayan. And he sang spontaneously, "Oh, Lord Venkateshwara, can't you not open this curtain? Terati Yagarada. Hey Venkadamudayan, please open this curtain." As today being Tyagaraja, Saint Tyagaraja Aradhana Day, after the prayer for Lord Vishwaksena Nammalvar, and then let us sing a song about Tyagaraja Swami to Tirupati Perumal, asking him to open the curtain, to open the external curtain and also open Manassoda Thirai, the curtain inside which is covering the illusion, the Maya, to remove that kind of illusion and to give his darshan. Let us start with Vishwaksena prayer.
Prabhu Vishwaksena, Prabhu Vishwaksena, Yamayadai Kandiru Paramadaya Parame Prabhu Vishwaksena, Yamayadai Kandiru Paramadaya Parame Prabhu Vishwaksena, Vishwaksena, Vishwaksena.
Kalyanam Brahmande Nasti Kinchana Venkatesha Samo Devo Na Bhuto Na Bhavishyati. There is no shrine that is equal to Venkatadri, and there is no god on par equal to Lord Venkateshwara. Lord Venkateshwara is standing on the lotus feet, Chaturbhujadhari, with Vajra Kiritam, Kanti Haram, Makara Kundalam, Saligrama Haram, Lakshmi Haram, Shankam and Chakram, and in the right hand he is showing the Varada posture and also showing his Tiruvadi, showing the Sharanagati Tattvam, asking all the devotees to come and surrender to him. What will happen? He is showing that with his Kati posture, with his left hand on his knees, saying this Samsara Chakram, the ocean of Samsara, all these difficulties of Samsara will not engulf you. It will only come up to the knee level, and I will give you the full protection. Anyatha Sharanam Nasti. Come and surrender at my feet. He is known by different names: Govinda, Srinivasa, Saptagirivasa, Tirumalesha, Balaji, Venkatesha, Timmappa, Saptagirivasa. Namo Venkatesha, Namo Tirumalesha.
Namo Venkatesha, Namo Tirumalesha, Namo Venkatesha, Namo Tirumalesha. Mahanandamaye, O Mahadeva Deva. Mahanandamaye, O Mahadeva Deva. Namo Venkatesha, Namo Tirumalesha. Mugupulu ni kosage, ma brokulu tichaya. Mugupulu ni kosage, ma brokulu tichaya. Mukti kori vache, ni bhaktulu brahmaya, ni bhaktulu brahmaya. Namo Venkatesha, Namo Tirumalesha. Harikatha Bhuvi Swargamu Jayamaya. Harikatha Bhuvi Swargamu Jayamaya. Manudulu ninu chere Paramatma Mudalpavaya. Paramatma Mudalpavaya. Namo Venkatesha, Namo Tirumalesha. Namo Namo Tirumalesha, Namo Namo Tirumalesha.
In Naimisharanya, in Naimisharanya,
Hello.
in Naimisharanya, Shaunakadi Rishis asked Sudacharya, please explain to us about Venkatesha Mahatmyam. Now Sudacharya explained, I will explain to you Venkatesha Mahatmyam as how Veda Vyasa has explained in Bhavishottara Purana. Venkatesha Mahatmyam has been described, explained in many of the 18 Puranas. However, this particular story of Srinivasa Kalyanam has been taken, has been said in Bhavishottara Puranam, explained by Vedavyasa himself. He says, Venkatesha Mahatmyam story was told by Shatananda Muni to King Janaka Raja for the first time. King Janaka ruled his kingdom. He was a very capable, noble, able king. His kingdom was highly prosperous. He ruled his kingdom for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. His kingdom was highly prosperous. There was no sorrows, there was no worries. The king himself was so capable, he had no worries, no sorrows, nothing, no shokam at all. However, when his brother Kushadwaja and his wife died, all of a sudden King Janaka started worrying. He started worrying about his old age. He started worrying about what if Ravana and Kumbhakarna, if they come and attack my kingdom, will I be able to withstand these enemies? Will my army, will it be able to oppose Ravana's strength and his army? Now, since Kushadwaja has gone, I am responsible for his two daughters, Mandavi and Shrutakirti. Also, I have my own two daughters, Sita and Urmila. All four daughters need to get married. And we both the brothers have decided that all these daughters will be married to four sons of one king. Where will I find that kind of relationship, that kind of a king who has four sons who are going to be married to my daughters? All these worries started coming to him. He was surprised what's happening. He went to his court priest, Shatananda Rishi, who is Gautama Putra, and asked him, explain to me, how can I come out of these worries? Now Shatananda Muni is explaining, listen Maharaja, I will tell you about Venkatesha Mahatmyam. Lord Venkateshwara, the one who takes away all the papas, all the sins, he is the one who takes away all the worries. Not only that, he stands erect with a Varada posture, and he will give whatever you ask for, whatever the devotees ask for. If they ask for jnanam, knowledge, he will give it. You ask for health, wealth, he will give it. Whatever you ask for with devotion, that Thiruvenkadamudiyan is going to grant you. If you ask him to take away all your worries, he will do so. Hence, I will explain to you this Venkatesha Mahatmyam and listen to it. Let us do a Narayana bhajan before we go on to the main story.
Narayanaya Namaha, Shri Satya Narayanaya Namaha. Narayanaya Namaha, Shri Satya Narayanaya Namaha. Sheshaya Namaha, Ratnagirivasaya Namaha. Sheshaya Namaha, Ratnagirivasaya Namaha. Narayanaya Namaha, Shri Satya Narayanaya Namaha. Harihara Brahmaika Rupaya Namaha, Rupaya Namaha, Rupaya Namaha. Advaita Tattvanulepaya Namaha, Lepaya Namaha, Lepaya Namaha. Jagadeka Kaularya Dipaya Namaha, Rutubhalavaya Gopaya Namaha. Namaha Namaha, Namaha Namaha, Punaha Punaha, Punaha Punaha. Narayanaya Namaha,
at the end of Dwapara Yuga, Kashyapadi Rishis have all the Rishis along with Kashyapa Rishi, they have all gathered at the river bank to perform a huge yajna for the welfare of the universe, for the welfare of the world. As they are preparing, Narada Maharshi enters there. He asks Kashyapa Rishi, you are all doing this for a great cause. However, I would like to know, who are you going to offer this yajna palam? To which main deity are you going to offer this yajna palam? Who is the Supreme Lord? Who is that Lord who you are going to offer this yajna palam? Now, all the rishis, they discussed with each other and they came to Bhrigu Maharishi. And Bhrigu said, I will go to all the three lokas. I will see all the Trimurtis. Then I will decide who is the supreme of all, who is the most compassionate one. I will go check on it. Bhrigu Rishi first comes to Brahmaloka. In Brahmaloka, Chaturmukha Brahma is sitting along with his wife Saraswati Devi and is chanting Vedas from all his four heads.
Ananda Brahme Divyajanad Ananda Deva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anandena Jadani Jivante Anandam Prayam Davidam Visantedi Saishava Gavi Varuni Vidya Parame Vyoman Pradishtita Ya evam Veda Pradishtati Annavanam Nadho Bhavati Mahan Bhavati Pradaya Bhagavir Brahma Vachasena Mahan Gitya.
Hello, Brahmadeva! Brahmadeva, me Bhrigu! I have come here, Brahmadeva! 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 He kept on calling Brahmadeva, but Brahmadeva continued to chant Vedas and then he totally ignored the guest who has come at his doorstep. Immediately Bhrigu gets angry and curses Brahmadeva, saying that there is no Murti Puja for you on earth. You are not the Supreme Lord who ignores the Atiti, who ignores the guest who has come at the doorstep. Oh, he leaves and he starts walking towards the Shivalokam. In the Shivalokam, now Lord Shiva and Parvati, they are involved in dancing, doing the Ananda Tandavam. here in Vaikuntham, Lord Mahavishnu is there on Lord Adishesha, pretending to be sleeping. All knower and all doer. Doesn't he know that the Bhrigu is coming? Doesn't he know what is happening? But Lord Mahavishnu is lying down on Adishesha and Mahalakshmi Tayar at his feet doing Dupada Seva. Now Bhrigu enters and he calls on Mahavishnu. Lord Hari, I have come here. I, Bhrigu, the ego. Bhrigu had so much of ego coming to Vaikuntham and in front of Lord Hari. He's calling, hey Hari, Lord Hari, I, Bhrigu has come. I, Bhrigu. Can't you look at me? Can't you invite me? He gets so upset. Already he's boiling with anger. He comes straight inside and kicks on Lord's chest. Immediately Lord Vishnu gets up. Lord Hari gets up. The one who is so compassionate. If a child kicks the mother's chest, will the mother get angry on the child? No. She will kiss the baby's feet. In the same way, the most compassionate Lord Hari, welcomed Bhrigu. Oh, Bhrigu, my child, you have come. You have come from such a distance. Please come, sit down. He welcomes him. Not only that, he tells Mahalakshmi Tayar to go get the plate and the water for the kumbham to welcome Bhrigu. And she does. He washes the feet of Bhrigu. Tayar had to bring the water. And now Mahalakshmi is getting very upset. This Bhrigu came from earth and he kicked on the chest of Lord Vishnu where I am residing. It is my Avasasthanam. It is my place where I am residing. He came and he insulted. Now Lord Vishnu, instead of getting angry, he is treating Bhrigu. He is washing his feet and he is doing almost Pada Seva to Bhrigu. Now Bhrigu's ahankaram is all gone. He decides at that moment, Lord Narayana, Lord Hari is the most supreme Lord, the most compassionate one. He is the most supreme. He comes down to Kashyapadi Rishis and announces that Lord Hari, Lord Shri Hari is the most compassionate one. But here in Vaikuntham, what has happened? Goddesses Lakshmi Tayar is very upset. The Bhrigu came and insulted her home, which is nothing but Lord Vishnu's chest, marble. So she asked Vishnu, don't you think you treated your Bhagavata, your devotee, you considered your Bhagavata better than me? Than me, Mahalakshmi, who always does the Nitya Kainkaryam at your feet. This is not right. This is not right. That Bhrigu, he came and kicked your chest. And me, what about me? Hari, this is not right. I am going to Kolhapura. I am going to go on meditation. I am leaving you. I am leaving this Vaikuntham. You considered your Bhagavatas better, as explained in this Purandaradasa Kriti.
Daridrarena bahude Haridasara. Daridrarena bahude Haridasara. Sirivantarena bahude Hari virodhigala. Sirivantarena bahude Hari virodhigala.
Tayar came down to earth leaving the Sri Vaikuntham, and she settled down in Kolhapura. She sat there under meditation. Is there a separation for Divya Dampatis like Narayana and Lakshmi? Will they ever fight? They are the Divya Jagat Dampatis. Will there be any separation between Tayar and Narayana? But Perumal has made the Sankalpam to take avataram on this Kali Yuga. In every avataram that Lord takes, Lakshmi always comes along with him, and she takes part in supporting this avataram to take care of Dushta Shikshana and Shishta Rakshana process of Lord Hari. This is all his Leela. Now, Lakshmi has come down and she has settled down in Kolhapura. Lord Hari also decides. He has made the Sankalpa to come down on earth. Lord Hari is coming down on earth to settle down where? To settle down on Venkatachala. This Venkatachala, it was present in all yugas. In Krita Yuga, it was called as Vrishabhachala. In Treta Yuga, it was called Anjanachala. In Dwapara Yuga, it was called as Sheshachala. And in the Kali Yuga, it is called as Venkatachala. In Krita Yuga, it is called as Vrishabhachala. As there was an Asura named Vrishabha. He was a very strong Asura, but an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. He would pray for Ugra Narasimha every day. How he would do the prayer would be in a tamasic way. This Asuran, every day he would do the puja for Lord Narasimha in a tamasic way. He would take the sword and he would chop his head and he would pour the blood as Abhishekam, and he would give his own head as prasadam, as Naivedyam to Ugra Narasimha. This is the tamasic way he performed the puja for 5,000 years. On the other hand, he was a big kantaka for all the satkaryas, for all the rishis, and all the munivaryas, rishis, and good people. They prayed to Lord Hari to take care of this Vrishabhasuran. This Vrishabhasura performed this kind of puja in a tamasic way for 5,000 years, and finally one day Lord Hari appeared in front of him and asked Vrishabhasura, what kind of vara are you expecting? What do you need? Then Vrishabhasura, so egoistic, he said, hey Hari, hey Lord Narasimha, I am stronger than you. I want to have a war with you. I want to fight with you, and I want to see who is stronger. Whether you are stronger or I am stronger, challenged Lord Hari himself. And the battle broke down between Vrishabhasura and Lord Hari. Both Hari and Vrishabhasura, they kept fighting until the devotee got satisfied. Finally, Lord Hari took the Sudarshana Chakram and he chopped the head of the Vrishabhasura. At the time of the death, he realized the supremacy of Lord Hari and requested, let this hill be named after me as Vrishabhachala. Then in the Treta Yuga, the same hill was called as Anjanachala. Anjana Devi, the wife of Kesari Vanara, she did penance, she did tapas for a very long time as per the advice of Matanga Rishi. At the end of her tapas, she got the strongest child, none other than Lord Anjaneya Bhagavan. Hence this hill was called as the Anjanachala. Then in Dwapara Yuga, this was called Asheshachala. An interesting story has been depicted why this hill was called as Sheshachala. This was Treta Yuga. Already Jaya, Vijaya, they have been born on earth as Ravana and Kumbhakarna. And Adishesha has taken the job of guarding the Vaikuntha Dwaram. Once, when as Adishesha is guarding the door of the Vaikuntha, who comes there? Lord Vayudeva comes there to have darshan of the Lord. Now, just like how it happened between Sanakadi Munis and Jaya Vijaya, argument broke up between Sheshadeva and Vayudeva. And the heated argument continued as Sheshadeva stopped him. As Sheshadeva stopped him to enter Vayu, to enter the Vaikuntha, and Vayu was arguing, I would like to have darshan right at this minute. Now at the end of this heated discussion, Lord Narayana gave them a task. This is all like pieces of puzzle, because Lord has to come down, and all these leelas, now the supporting stories are happening in order to come down to the main story. So Lord Narayana tells Shesha and Vayu, both of you go down on earth towards the north. There is Meru mountain, and the son of Meru mountain is Ananda mountain. Shesha, you go wind around. You go wind around on the Ananda mountain. Go wind around Ananda mountain. Vayu, you go and then you blow as much as possible and lift and try to lift. Now Shesha has gone and winding around the Ananda mountain and holding it still. But Vayu is blowing harder and harder and harder and trying to take the mountain. And finally, as Shesha took a fraction of a second to take breath, I believe, suddenly Vayu lifted to the Ananda mountain and he blew it across. Now the father Meru mountain is requesting Vayudeva, please drop my son Ananda, keep my son Ananda down, otherwise he's going to break into pieces. Now Vayu is bringing down along with Shesha around him. He brought the Meru Ananda mountain down, and he put it down in a Swarnamukhi river. Now, all Brahmadi Devatas and all blessed both Vayu and Shesha for bringing the mountain as it is required by the Sankalpa of Lord Narayana. And Lord Hari told Adishesha, you lay down here and I will come and reside in you at a later time. So Adishesha, the mountain, the 7 mountain ranges are in the shape of Adishesha lying down. In the hood portion is the Venkatachala and the middle portion is the Narasimha Kshetram, Ahobilam, and the tail portion is the Sri Shailam. Hence, in Treta Yuga, this mountain range and this mountain, the top mountain was called as the Sheshachala. In Krita Yuga, it was called as Venkatachala. Venkata, Ven means papam, Kata means destroyer. So this mountain is the quality or the gift of this mountain is whoever climbs this mountain with extreme devotion, all their papas, all their sins, whatever to the greatest degree, it will get burned. And the story goes this way. There was a Brahmin by name Purandara. After doing lot of service to Lord Hari, finally he gets a son by name Madhava. And this Madhava, a brilliant young boy, grows up and then he learns from his father all Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Shastras, everything, gets all the samskaras done, and then he gets married to Chandrarekhe, another beautiful girl from a very good family, and very nicely both the Chandrarekhe and Madhava are leading their family life. However, Kali has done his probation. One day, Madhava and Chandrarekhe, they go out for a stroll near the bank of a river. And there, this Madhava sees a Chandala Kanya by name Kuntala. And immediately looking at her, he falls in love with her. And he forgets that he has his beautiful wife right next to him. All the papas are accumulating for Madhava. And he sends his wife back home and he follows Kuntala wherever she goes. And Kuntala tries to obstruct him, tries to give him advice not to follow, or she's not interested in him. However, the papas, the sins are getting filled in Madhava's spot. He follows and he begs Kuntala to marry him. Now Kuntala's condition is she is a Chandala Kanya, and however she lives in a tamasic way, he, Madhava, also to take out his Janavaram and then he should live like her. Madhava agrees. He forgets his aged parents. He forgets his legally wedded wife. He forgets all his anushtanams, everything. He starts living with Kuntala for 12 years. All the papa karmas have accumulated. One day, Kuntala dies. As soon when she dies, Brahmanirasanam, immediately he realizes what he has done. What he has done with his life and so much of papa karmas that he has done. By Lord's grace, he meets a group of tourists who are coming to Sheshachala. He follows them and by chanting Lord's name with great devotion, with a bare foot, he climbs the Sheshachala. And he comes up to Tumburu Tirtha and he takes his snanam there. With utmost devotion, he gives tarpanam over there. Now as he is climbing this Tirumala with utmost devotion, calling Lord's name, Govinda, 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 the characteristic of this hill is Venkata. All the papas will be burned. So Madhava, who has done so many papas, and all these papas are getting burned. As soon as he comes up, by the time he comes up and finishes the tarpanam, all his sins have been forgotten. All his sins have been burned. Not only that, Lord Brahma and Saraswati, they appear in front of him and they bless him. Not only that, because you called Lord Hari with utmost devotion and you climbed this hill, calling the name of Govinda, you are being blessed. You will be born as Akasha Raja, as Sudharma, King Sudharma's son later on in your life. And Lord Hari will become your son-in-law and Tayar will become your daughter. He gets so much of blessings and all his sins are forgotten, forgiven and burned. Now, this is Venkatachala. This is the kind of a hill where all devatas, all rishis, everyone is coming down and settling down on Venkatachala, expecting the Lord to arrive. Now Dwapara Yuga is about to end and Kali Yuga is about to begin. And this is the Sankalpa that Narayana has made, that he has to become. Come on this Sheshachala, on this Venkatachala in Kali Yugam. Already Mahalakshmi Devi has come down to Kolhapura. Now, time for Lord Hari to come on earth. Deva Bandhano, Nama Swami Bandhano, Devara Deva, Shikhamani Bandhano.
Deva Bandhanamma Swami Bandhano, Devara Deva Shikhamani Bandhano, Deva Bandhanamma Swami Bandhano, Devara Deva Shikhamani Bandhano, Uraga Shayana Bandha, Garudaga Mana Bandha, Uraga Shayana Bandha, Garudaga Mana Bandha, Narapuridava Bandha, Narayana Bandhano, Mandarodhara Bandha, Mamarohara Bandha, Mandarodhara Bandha, Mamarohara Bandha, Vrindavanapati Govinda Bandhano, Vrindavanapati Govinda Bandhano, Pakshivahana Bandha, Lakshmana Graja Bandha, Pakshivahana Bandha, Lakshmana Graja Bandha, Akshaya Phala Lakshmi Ramana Bandhano, Akshaya Phala Lakshmi Ramana Bandhano, Nigama Gojara Bandha, Nitya Krutano Bandha, Nigama Gojara Bandha, Nitya Krutano Bandha, Nage Mugha Purandara Vithala Bandhano, Nage Mugha Purandara Vithala Bandhano, Deva Bandhanamma Swami Bandhano, Devara Deva
Lord is coming on Garuda River.
Bandhanamma, Deva Bandhanamma, Deva Bandhanamma, Deva Bandhanamma, Swami Bandhano, Deva Bandhanamma, Swami Bandhano, Swami Bandhano, Swami Bandhano.
Lord Hari came down on earth and he settled down near a tamarind tree near Swami Pushkarini Tirtham. And this tamarind tree is so blessed to give the shelter and the shade where Lord Narayana came down and he sat down in the meditation posture. He has to wait. This is almost the Treta Yuga is ending and Kali Yuga is about to begin. Swami sat down in the meditation posture under this tamarind tree, and around him the Valmikam, the anthill, it grew over Lord Narayana. This Valmikam, they say this Valmikam is none other than Devaki Tayar and the tamarind tree which gave shade as is none other than Lord Vasudeva. And Swami Pushkarini is nothing but Yamuna. They're being reborn on this Venkatachala. And Swami is sitting there under meditation. Now, he sat there for 10,000 years. Kali Yugam began. Immediately, Lord Brahma, along with Lord Rudra, they come down to Kolapuram and they address Mahalakshmi, saying, Amma, Lord Narayana has already taken avatar as Lord Srinivasa on Venkatachala. He is sitting under the Valmikam in the human form. But there is no water, there is no food for him. Do something. Immediately Mahalakshmi, she becomes like a cowherd woman, like a cowherd, and she makes Lord Brahma as the sacred cow and Lord Rudra as the cow, the baby cow. And she takes them to King Chola Raja. And she tells them, this is a very, very sacred cow and a calf. You must take care of this cow, and the milk should be given as a naivedyam only to Lord during your puja services. But after she leaves, after Mahalakshmi leaves there, leaving the cow and the calf, the king decides that this milk will go specifically to his son, to his Rajakumara, to his prince. But what does the cow do? The cow and the calf, when they go for grazing along with the cowherd boy, this cow gets separated from its herd and it goes to near the Valmikam, where Lord Srinivasa is sitting there, and she will empty her udder over there on the Valmikam and on the anthill, so that all the milk seeps down and Srinivasa gets it. But when the cow comes back, when they try to milk the cow, not a single drop of milk comes from this cow. So the queen and the king, they think that this cowherd boy must be milking the cow even before it comes to the palace, and he must be stealing the milk. They threaten the cowherd boy. Find out what is happening. If this cow does not give the milk, we will punish you. Now this cowherd boy is angry. He takes an axe and he follows this cow and calf, and he finds out the cow is emptying the udder on the anthill. The cowherd boy gets very angry on the cow. He takes his axe and is about to chop the head of the cow. But immediately from the Valmikam, Srinivasa springs up and the axe touches his forehead. He gets hurt and the blood starts oozing out of Srinivasa's head. Now the cow returns back. Now the cowherd boy, out of the shock, he suddenly sees from the anthill a tall young man arise, and then he is bleeding. Out of shock, he dies there. Now this cow comes back to the Chola king, and its full blood is splattered over the cow. Now king wants to find out what has happened. He comes to this particular site where he sees a young man is standing there, and the cowherd boy has fallen down, is dead, and there is an axe with the blood on it. So immediately he assumes that this man has killed the cowherd boy with this axe. So immediately he takes the axe and he tries to kill Srinivasa. Immediately Srinivasa stops him. Hey, stop! You being a king, you are responsible. Your servant, your boy, your praja was going to do the Gohatya, and I stopped it. Whatever your praja, your people does, you as a king, you are responsible for that action. Not only that, being a king, you must analyze the situation. You must find out Satya and Asatya properly before coming to a conclusion. And you assumed that I am the one who did this. Now, you get a Pishachi Janma for you. I curse you, you get Pishachi Janma. And now this Chola king realizes his mistake, and then he falls down and he begs for mercy. Now, Srinivasa says, when I get married to Akash Raja's Putri, and when I wear the Vajra Kiritam on Friday, and that day you will be released from your Pishacha Janma. He gives the solution also. Now his forehead is bleeding. Now he does the sankalpam. He calls for Brihaspatacharya. Brihaspatacharya comes and he gives medication and he puts a bandage around Srinivasa. Vaidyo Narayana Harihi. Narayana himself is a big Vaidya. At this point, Brihaspatacharya gives him, and he gives him an advice to go to Varaha Swami. That kshetram, Sheshachala kshetram at that time is owned by Varaha Swami. Who is this Shweta Varaha? Shweta Varaha from Satya Yugam. After killing Hiranyakshan and saving Mother Earth, Varaha Swami has come and settled down on this with Bhudevi. So Srinivasa goes and meets Varaha. Both of them the same Lord Hari. They recognize each other. However, Srinivasa is in the human avatara at this point of time. And Srinivasa asks Varaha for piece of land for a rent. Now Varaha Swami tells him, Srinivasa, on earth you get nothing for free. You must pay in order to get a piece of land. So you have to pay, I'll give you a piece of land. This all land belongs to me. Now Srinivasa assures him, when I settle down on the Sheshachala, when the devotees come, even before the devotees come to me to ask for forgiveness, to ask for whatever that they want, if they visit Varaha Kshetram before and do pay obeisance to you, and then if they come to me, then I will grant them whatever they want. So this is the rent that I promise that I am going to give you. Varaha Swami agrees and he gives him and he directs him to go to Vakula Devi. Now who is this Vakula Devi? She is from Dwapara Yugam. From Dwapara Yugam, she is none other than Krishna's mother, Yashoda Mata. Yashoda, she brings up Krishna and she sees all the childhood of Lord Krishna. But she has not seen any marriages, any weddings. Then Krishna has promised before he leaves Gokula Nirgamana, before he leaves Gokulam, he assures his mother he will give her an opportunity to watch his wedding. And in Kali Yugam, Yashoda is being reborn as Vakula Devi. Srinivasa, now he reaches Vakula Devi and he starts living there. The nearby Prantyam, now it is owned by now Tondadesham. Tondadesham with the Tondamana Chakravarti and the Akasha Raja, who are the two sons of King Sudharma. They are the grandchildren of King Suvira. Suvira's son is Sudharma, and Sudharma has two sons, Tondamana and Akasha Raja. This Akasha Raja has everything. He is a good king, he is a very capable king, he has a prosperous kingdom, good pupils, good prajas, everything. But he does not have children. As per the advice of his rishis, of his priests, he is doing a Putra Kameshti Yagam and he is plowing a land, just like how Sita Mata was found, Ayonije. As he is plowing the land, he finds 1,000-petal lotus flower. Under the earth, when he is plowing the land, he finds 1,000-petal lotus flower, and in the center of the lotus flower, a beautiful baby girl. At that time, Ashariravani or Daivavani says, this is nothing. This is a Daivikam. This is a Suyogam. Take this child. And Akasha Raja, his wife Dharani Devi, they take this child and they name her as Padmavati, the girl who was found on the lotus flower. This Padmavati grows up to be a beautiful girl. One day, she and her maids, who are again reborn from Dwapara Yuga, as they are all the Gopika Stris. They are all reborn here along as Padmavati's maids, the Sakhis. One day, all the Sakhis and Padmavati, they come to a garden in the Narayanapura capital. She comes to a garden and they want to play there, they want to pluck flowers. On the same day, this side, Lord Srinivasa decides he wants to go for hunting. Is this hunting or meeting? Betiyo, Betiyo. Lord Srinivasa, to go for hunting, he dresses up very well like a king, like a prince. He wears the kiritam, pitambaradhari, he wears all the jewels, and he makes Brahma becomes the horse for him, and Vagye, the rope. Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi becomes the rope. Though our Srinivasa is getting ready over there, and our Srinivasa is getting ready over here to go for hunting. Vetegaranada, Brahma Srinivasa Vetegaranada.
Vetegaranada, Venkata Vetegaranada, Vetegaranada, Venkata Vetegaranada. Satililladiha koti surya prabha, satililladiha koti surya prabha, naadakarudani naadakavadalu Vetegaranada, Venkata Vetegaranada. Vadiyadala Vayudevaru, Vadiyadala Vayudevaru, Vadiyadala Vadhelakkumiyu, Vadiyadala Vadhelakkumiyu, Sujigala Pikambaramutu, Sujigala Pikambaramutu, Radhipati Nyambaramutu, Vetegaranada, Venkata Vetegaranada. Gunguru ಕೂದಲು ಉಂಗುರ ಬೆರಳು, ಗುಂಗುರು ಕೂದಲು ಉಂಗುರ ಬೆರಳು, ಮಗದ ತಿಲಕವು ನೊಸಳಿಗೊಳಿರಲು, ಮಗದ ತಿಲಕವು ನೊಸಳಿಗೊಳಿರಲು, ಬಂಗಾರದ ಜನಿವಾರ ಮೆರೆಯಲು, ಬಂಗಾರದ ಜನಿವಾರ ಮೆರೆಯಲು, ರಂಗು ರಂಗಿನ ಸುಗಂಧನೆ ಬಲಿ ಬೇಟೆಗಾರನಾದ, ವೆಂಕಟ ಬೇಟೆಗಾರನಾದ, ವೆಂಕಟ ಬೇಟೆಗಾರನಾದ.
He is going on the horse. Now at this time, what happens is Gajendra from third Manvantara. Gajendra Moksham, remember the story of Gajendra Moksham. That Gajendra, now he has come on the 7th Manvantara, 28th Kali Yuga, as the wild elephant. And the elephant is running. He comes across Lord Srinivasa like as though the elephant is guiding him. The elephant starts running in front of Srinivasa and Srinivasa starts following. The elephant is running. Now this elephant came where? He came to Narayanapura where Padmavati and her Sakhis are all standing in, plucking flowers in the garden. It came near and looking at this wild elephant, Padmavati and the Sakis, they start running with fear. The elephant goes right in the middle, stops, and it looks at Srinivasa and it looks at Padmavati, goes down, vanishes. Now Padmavati and her maids are so fearful and they are all standing together, and now they see the elephant has gone away, but now instead there's this beautiful handsome man. He is on the horse right behind the elephant, and now Srinivasa looks at all these young girls, and all the young girls, they put Padmavati, the princess, in the center. They stand around him and they keep asking him, don't come near us, don't come near us, we are all young girls. You as a young man, you should not come near us, don't come near us, don't come near us. And Srinivasa gets down from his horse. Playfully he asks, I just want to know who is the girl who is standing in the center. I just want to see her. I just want to talk to her. They say, her name is Padmavati. She is the princess of Akasha Raja and Dharani Devi. Stop, don't come near us, don't come near us. And Srinivasa says, oh, that Rajkumari's name is Padmavati, then my name is Padmanabha. All I need is, I want to have a word with her. And they say, no. Then Padmavati comes out of the circle and she tells him, addresses him directly, and he says, hey young man, you must know that I am the princess of this kingdom. And if my father comes to know what you are doing, that you are approaching a strange girl and a young girl when she is by herself, my father will not leave you. Please go away, don't taunt us, don't taunt us. And the maids, they start throwing stones at Srinivasa. Remember Krishna Avataram, where Krishna had thrown stones at Gopika Stris when they were carrying the pots. Now the same Gopika Stri in Kali Yugam, they get a chance to throw stones at Krishna, who is none other than Srinivasa. But those stones, they don't even hit Srinivasa, they're hitting the horse. Srinivasa says, oh, you are all trying to hit me with the stones. Padmavati says, please go away, don't come. Beda, kadadiro, please go away.
Beda, kadadiro, beda, kadadiro.
Now she says, oh, let us all, if you are not leaving, if you continue to taunt us, we are only leaving. Come. She takes all her Sakis and she starts walking. But suddenly she turns around and takes one look at Srinivasa, who was standing there tall, looking at Padmavati. Who does she see? Sashanka Chakram, Sakirita Kundalam, Tapita Vatram, Sarasiru Hekshanam, Ahara Vakshastana Jobi Kaustubam, Namami Vishnum Shirasa Chaturbhujam. she gets the darshan of Chaturbhujadari, Lord Narayana standing there with Shankam, Chakram, Gada, Padma, and Kaustuba on his chest. That glimpse, when she sees, opens her eyes again, nobody is standing there. She realizes that minute, oh, this is the Murti that I wanted to see all the time. This is the Murti that I was longing to see. But when he came right in front of me, I told him to go away. Now, who is he? Where did he come from? How can I meet him again? With all these questions in her head, Padmavati returns back to the palace with extreme sadness. And now Srinivasa has also gone. And he is also sad. His mother Vakula Devi asks for a reason for his sadness. He says, Amma, I met this young girl in the garden. And she is the princess of this kingdom and Akasha Raja's putri. And I would like to get married to her. And now you, please go there and ask their parents for her hand for me. She says, Appa Srinivasa, we are Ashramavasis and they are the prince, king. How can I go and ask? Then Srinivasa tells her, saying, in Treta Yugam, when Ravana abducted Sita, Agni Deva exchanged. He took the real Sita and he gave Chaya Sita. Chaya Sita, who was called as Vedavati at that time. And she is the one who underwent, this Chaya Sita is the one who underwent all the tortures, all the difficulties in Ravana's Ashokavanam. And in the end, again, when Rama asked Sita to do the Agni Pravesham, and Sita jumps, this Chaya Sita jumps in, and when he comes out, the real Sita and Chaya Sita, they come out together. And Taya, the Sita asked, Chaya Sita, this Vedavati took all the tortures for me. Do something. Her wish is that, Rama, you must get married to her. Rama promises Vedavati at that time, saying, I will marry. I cannot marry. I am the Ekapatni Vratastan in this avataram. In the next avataram, in the Kali Yugam, I will marry her. That same Vedavati is born as Padmavati. Amma, you go, things will happen. You go to Narayanapura and you ask. So Vakula Devi starts walking to come to Narayanapura, and she comes to Agastya Ashramam. There she meets Padmavati's maids who have come there to do special puja, Rudrabhishekam, to ask for peace, as Padmavati is extremely sad. She is not eating, not drinking, only crying. So they have come to pray for her. Vakula Devi and the maids, they meet, and she starts walking back to the palace along with the Sakhis. But our Srinivasa cannot wait until Vakula Devi goes there and tells them about everything. He transforms himself as a fortune teller, as a Koravanji, as a Kurati. And then he reaches Narayanapura faster and sooner than Vakula Devi. Koravanji Bandalamma, Nama Srinivasa Koravanjiyagi Kuratiyai Vandalamma in the Thiruvengadamudaiyan.
Kuravi Bandalamma, Koravanji Bandalamma. Kuravi Bandalamma, Koravanji Bandalamma. Parivaryamara Dharisiruva Koravi Parivaryamara Dharisiruva Koravi Narakarya Swarada Mora Radala Muviya Kuravi Bandalamma, Koravanji Bandalamma. Kumbhavaya Atilam Karma, Kumbhavaya Atilam
she comes straight to the palace, and she prays to all gods, and as Dharani Devi is requesting to say the reason why my daughter is not happy, why my daughter is crying all the time and not eating, she prays to all the lords, and then she tells them, your daughter, she met a handsome person, and his name is Srinivasa. He is also called as Sri Krishna. Father's name is Vasudeva and mother's name is Devaki. And it is best that you get your daughter married to him. Now both Dharani Devi and Akasha Raja, they get convinced that this relationship, this wedding should take place. So immediately he calls Brahaspatacharya, and who advises him to call Shukacharya, Shukamuni, and let him mediate, let him take the proposal to Srinivasa, who is residing on the Venkatachala. And Akasha Raja wrote a letter. This has been published in the Bhavishyottara Purana. Akasha Raja wrote a Lagna Patrike to Srinivasa, saying, this is Akasha Raja doing the Vigyapanam to Srinivasa on Chaitra Shukla Trayodashi Day. Even though I am older in age, Srinivasa, I am unfit to bless you. But as you would be my future son-in-law, I am blessing you. And I am writing this letter requesting for your ashraya, for your anugraha. Please bless us marrying our daughter Padmavati on Vaishaka Shuddha Dashami, Friday. This letter was sent. Of course, letter was written in Sanskritam. It was sent to Shukacharya, who took that letter to Srinivasa. And Srinivasa read this, and with happily he wrote a reply again. Raja Adi Raja, Sudharma Rajaputra, Akasha Raja, my Sashtanga Namaskara to you. I, Srinivasa, hereby agree for the marriage, and I am writing this Shubha Lagna Patrike myself. So he took this, Shukacharya came back. Now everyone has agreed for the wedding. Now the parents have agreed, the bride is there, groom is there, groom's mother is there. Now Lagna Patrike, Garuda Alvar comes and takes the Lagna Patrike, the invitation to Lord Brahma. Immediately Lord Brahma came down on the Hamsa Vahanam with the goddess Saraswati, Gayatri, Savitri, all Sanakadi Rishis. The gods are all playing Beri, Dundubi, Mridanga, Dindima, Muraja, Veena, etc. They all started from Satyaloka. They came down to Tapaloka, Tapaloka to Janaloka, Janaloka to Maharloka, Maharloka to Swargaloka, Swargaloka to Bhuloka. Lord Indra, along with Shachi Devi, he came on the Airavatam. Who Gandharva was singing the songs, and all Apsaras are all dancing. Adishesha went with the invitation to Rudralokam, and he invited. Immediately Lord Maheshwara came along with Parvati, Subramanya, and Ganesha, and all with his Ganas. They all came down. Vayudeva came along with Bharati Devi on the deer. The Kubera came on the Naravahana. Agni and Swaha Devi, they came on the Meshavahana. And Surya Bhagavan, he came on his chariot. Chandra and Manu, Rati, they all came on the horse. Kashyapa, Atri, Bharadwaja, Vishwamitra, Gautama, Jamadagni, Vasishta, Valmiki, Parashurama, Shalya, Purastya, Darichi, Shaunashesha, Galava, Gargeya, all rishis, Apsaras, Gandharvas, Pitrus, Siddhas, Charunas, they all have come down. Lord Vishwakarma built marriage hall 30 by 50 yojana wide. He built guest houses both on Venkatadri and on Narayanachala. Not only that, Lord Srinivasa distributed the marriage responsibility to all. Vasishta Maharshi took the Punyavachana and leading all the priests. Brahma became the overall manager. Rudra became in charge for welcoming the guests, and Manmata and Rati were assisting him to invite the guests. Lord Shanmukha took the in charge of transportation. Agni and his wife Swaha, they became in charge of the kitchen, and Varuna Bhagavan became in charge of the water supply for everybody. Yama took the control of the crowd, and Vayu Bhagavan, he took the responsibility of supplying Sugandha Dravyas, the scents, to everybody. And of course, Kubera, he became in charge for money. And now everything is arranged. That day, on Friday, Abhyunjana Snana, Taila Snana has been done by Lakshmi Devi herself. She gives Taila Snanam, Yene Shastram, Taila Snanam, massage and Abhishekam, everything. And now she also dresses him up with all the jewels, and all the alankaram has been done to Srinivasa by Taya Lakshmi only. And now the borrowing money from Kubera, he has to borrow money because Srinivasa does not have money. Now Brahma wrote the letter, the loan agreement letter. Vaishaka Shukla Saptamyam Bimbe Chaiva Vatsare Nishkanam Ramamudranam Lakshani Chaturdasha Dravyam Dattam Dhaneshena Vriddhi Grana Karanat Samvriddhim Ditsada Moolam Swikratam Chakrapanina Vivaha Varsham Arabhya Sahatsrante Dhanapurat Datavyam Yaksha Rajaya Srinivasena Shamchina. Now he wrote this letter. I am taking the loan of 14 lakh Ramatanki Varaha to be returned with interest. To be returned with interest 1000 years before the end of Kali Yuga. It is repayable 1000 years before the end of Kali Yuga. And now this letter was signed by 3 witnesses, the Brahma, Rudra and the Ashwatha tree. They all signed this paper, and Lord Srinivasa borrowed money from Kubera, and all the arrangements has been done. Now the procession has been coming. The groom is coming. The groom is coming on the Garuda. Rudra to his right and Vayu to his left, and doing Chamara Seva. And Lord Brahma is in the front. And Lord Goddesses Lakshmi is coming in the palanquin, in the palakka, the golden chariot. And this side Vakula Devi is coming on the Vimanam. Behind, all the Mukkoti Devatas are following this procession. And from that side, Akasha Raja, along with his huge army and all Munishreshtas and all his Sainyas, he is coming to welcome Lord Srinivasa. Though Lord Srinivasa is coming fully dressed up, let us all invite the groom.
Varaya ba 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 Makudara Priya Srinivasa Raya Makudara Priya Srinivasa Raya Marajanaka Mukudarunaya Devaya Jiya Marajanaka Mukudarunaya Devaya Jiya Varaya ba 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 Varaiya Baba 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 Bhakutara Priya Srinivasa Raya Santana Viriva Paranga Evo Tungaranga Nandana Arivala Ganga Karunya Banga Sindhu Shayana Sundaranga Helara Singha Kandaviranchi Nandivana Marendra Sanaka Sanandana Dimani Vrinda Bandhu Dimaditu Niladalu Ananda Dimanake Varaiya Baba 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 Bhakutara Priya Srinivasa Raya Tanamana Pyara Mone Nalla Makulali Settodeya Gopala Vittala Deva Paramvadi Needu Bhakta Vatsala Srilakumi Nalla ಮಡುವಿನೊಳಗೆ ಗಜ ಮೊರೆಯುವ ಲಾಕ್ಷಣ ಮಡದಿಗೆ ಹೇಳದೆ ದುಡುದುಡನೆ ಬಂದು ಬಿಡುಳ ಕ್ರಮವಾಯಿ ಕವಿದು ಬಿಡಿಸಿದ ಸಡಗರದಲ್ಲಿರವೆ ಮುಡಬಿಯೊಡಗೂಡಿ ಬಾರಯ್ಯ ಬಾಬಾ 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 ಭಕ್ತರ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ರಾಯ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ರಾಯ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ರಾಯ
This side, the most handsome groom has come. From that side, the procession has been coming on Pattagane, on the elephant. Taya Padmavati, Manmata's mother, the most beautiful. Padmavati is coming. Let's welcome Padmavati Taya.
లక్ష్మీ రావమ్మ ఇంటికి వరలక్ష్మీ రావమ్మ ఇంటికి లక్ష్మీ రావమ్మ ఇంటికి రాజితముగా నెలకొన్న లక్ష్మీ రావమ్మ ఇంటికి రాజితముగా నెలకొన్న సూక్ష్మముగా మోక్షమిచ్చు సుందరి బృందావనమారి లక్ష్మీ రావమ్మ ఇంటికి కుంకుమ పచ్చ కస్తూరి కోరికతోను గోరోజనము కుంకుమ పచ్చ కస్తూరి కోరికతోను గోరోజనము జాజి పూజనలోచని ముదముతోన అర్పించును లక్ష్మీ రావమ్మ ఇంటికి చందని గంధము చందనముతో సాంబ్రాణి ధూపము చల్లని గంధము చందనముతో సాంబ్రాణి ధూపము మాతా నీకు ప్రీతిక ప్రఖ్యాతిక సమర్పించునమ్మ లక్ష్మీ రావమ్మ ఇంటికి వరలక్ష్మీ రావమ్మ ఇంటికి
Now, groom and the bride, they have arrived here. Garland exchange is happening between the most beautiful bride and the groom.
மாலை சாத்தினாள் பத்ம மாலை மாத்தினாள் மாலை சாத்தினாள் பத்ம மாலை மாத்தினாள் மாலடைந்த மதிலரங்க மாலை அவர்கள் மார்பிலே மாலடைந்த மதிலரங்க மாலை அவர்கள் மார்பிலே மையலாய் கையலாய் மாமலர் கரத்தினாள் மையலாய் கையலாய் மாமலர் கரத்தினாள்
this pravarams have been done by both the parties about the groom and the bride. Now, Mangalya Dharanam, Laja Homam, everything has happened, and there is happiness, happiness, happiness everywhere.
Anandam, Anandam, Anandame, Anandam, Anandam, Anandame, Paramanandam, Anandam, Anandame, Srinivasa Manamagal, Anande, Avati Manamagal, Anande, Srinivasa Manamagal, Anande, Avati Manamagal, Anande, Vandavarkum Padavarkum Anandam, Vandavarkum Padavarkum Anandam, Nam Sida Puda Balam, Indru Kalitaramma, Nam Sida Puda Balam, Indru Kalitaramma, Anandam, Anandam, Anandame, Paramanandam, Anandam, Anandame.
The wedding has been completed. After the wedding, what's left over? Food. There's so much of food. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dining rooms have been built and cooked from all over the universe. They have come to cook. And Vivaha Bhojanam, all bhakshanams are prepared. Let's all enjoy the Vivaha Bhojanam.
ವಿವಾಹ ಭೋಜನವಿದು ವಿಚಿತ್ರ ಭಕ್ಷ್ಯಗಳಿವು ಈಗರಿಗೆ ಔತಣವಿದು ದೊರೆಗೊಂಡಿದೆನಗೆ ಬಂದು ಓಹೋರೆ ಪಾರಿಗೆಗಳೇ ಆಹಾರ ಮಂಡಿಗೆಗಳೇ ಓಹೋರೆ ಪಾರಿಗೆಗಳೇ ಆಹಾರ ಮಂಡಿಗೆಗಳೇ ಹುಡೂರಿಗೆ ಚಿರೋಟಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಎನಗೆ ಸಾಟಿ ವಿವಾಹ ಭೋಜನವಿದು ವಿಂತೈನವೆಂತ ಕಂಬು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಾರಿ ಬಿಂದು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬನಾಕೆ ಮುಂದು ಬಳೀರೆ ಲಡ್ಡು ಲಂದು ಏನಿ ಗೋಲಿ ಬಳೀರೆ ಲಡ್ಡು ಲಂದು ಗೋಲಿ ಇಂದು ಜಿಲೇಬಿ ಮುಂದು ಎಲ್ಲನಾಕೆ ಬಿಂದು ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಸಮಯ ಸಾಧಂ ಪ್ರಮಾದಂ ಅದ ಗೌರವ ಪ್ರಸಾದಂ ಇದುವೆ ಎನக்கு போதும் புளியோதரையும் தம்மை சாம்பார் யோகரையும் தம்மை சாம்பார் பூரி கிழங்கு பாரு எனக்கு ಜೋರೆ ವಿವಾಹ ಭೋಜನವಿದು ವಿಚಿತ್ರ ಭಕ್ಷ್ಯಗಳಿದು ಇದರಿಗೆ ಔತಣವಿದು ದೊರೆಗೊಂಡಿದೆನಗೆ ಬಂದು ದೊರೆಗೊಂಡಿದೆನಗೆ ಬಂದು ದೊರೆಗೊಂಡಿದೆನಗೆ ಬಂದು.
Sumptuous meals are being given to everyone. Everywhere there is only happiness, happiness, happiness. Vedavyasa ends the story saying, whoever listens to this Venkatesha Mahatmyam, to the auspicious story of Srinivasa Kalyanam, all their wishes will be fulfilled. If they ask, all their papas should be forgiven, it will be done. If they want knowledge, it will be given. If they want material wealth and happiness, that will be given. That is the Palashruti of listening to Venkatesha Mahatmyam. Let us all pray to Tirumangalamudiyan to bless us all who have been present here or who have been virtually listening to the story of Srinivasa Kalyanam. Let Lord Srinivasa bless. Bhavishottara Purana, this story has been explained in much detail. Due to time constraint, I just have to bring it down to 1 hour 15 minutes. A lot of important things could not be included because of the time constraint. However, let us all together join your hands to sing this bhajan on Lord Venkatamudayan as Mangalam for this auspicious story.
Srinivasa Govinda, Sri Venkatesha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Sri Venkatesha Govinda, Bhakta Vatsala Govinda, Bhagavata Priya Govinda, Bhakta Vatsala Govinda, Bhagavata Priya Govinda, Govinda Hari Govinda, Venkatarama Govinda, Govinda Hari Govinda, Venkatarama Govinda, Nitya Nirmala Govinda, Nilamegha Shyama Govinda, Nitya Nirmala Govinda, Nilamegha Shyama Govinda, Purana Purusha Govinda, Pundarikaksha Govinda, Purana Purusha Govinda, Pundarikaksha Govinda, Govinda Hari Govinda, Venkatarama Govinda, Govinda Hari Govinda, Venkatarama Govinda, Nandanandana Govinda, Navalita Chora Govinda, Pasupalaka Shri Govinda, Papa Vimodana Govinda, Govinda Hari Govinda, Venkatarama Govinda, Govinda Hari Govinda, Venkatarama Govinda, Sheshasayini Govinda, Sheshavinaya Govinda, Sri Srinivasa Govinda, Sri Venkatesha Govinda, Govinda Hari Govinda, Venkatarama 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 Govinda, Venkatarama Govinda, Venkatarama Govinda. Srimad Ramaramana Govinda, Govinda.
On behalf of our Harikatha team, I would like to introduce today our artists, co-artists. Varishri Deepak as vocalist. She is a well sought after music teacher in New Jersey. She runs a music school in Edison, New Jersey. And today we got to hear the beautiful songs rendered. Doesn't matter language. She sang songs in Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, all language songs. Let's give a big round of applause to Varishri Deepak. And on tabla, we have very versatile tabla player, Kannan Raghavan, along with his tabla and along with his special sound machine. He gave us the background score to bring out the effect of the mood of the story to the listeners. So we are very thankful to Kannan Raghavan. Harikatha cannot exist from ages and ages. Harikatha means there should be a harmony. No matter how much later on the keyboard and the piano it comes, but the gist or the flavor that the harmonium, traditional harmonium brings is something unique. And we are very thankful that Jeevan Kulkarni has been part of our team since the time that we started doing Harikathas. And this little boy, Sai Ganesh on morsing, did a wonderful job. He is also Manishri's son also. We are very happy that he is part of our team. He knows how to sing, he knows how to do morsing, he also knows how to do kanjara. And he is extremely interested in listening to stories. Okay? And we would like to thank the authorities of Srivari Sri Balaji Temple again and again and again. To start with Lavanya, Srimati Lavanya and Rajagopalan sir, and Pundi Mama sir, Bharat sir, Srihari sir, everyone has been very kind to us and giving us the opportunity, especially very thankful to Srimati Lavanya ji for giving us frequently the opportunity to perform in a beautiful sannidhi like this in the presence of Perumal and Alvars. And today being very auspicious, Alvar Moksham is coming up, and today is the Tyagaraja Aradhana Day, and we are extremely happy to perform on this auspicious day. And thank you very much for giving us all this wonderful opportunity, and all the audience who are listening in the Facebook and on the YouTube from India, from Australia, from London, from everywhere. We are thankful to you also. All these audience, you all keep us going. You keep us encouraging us to do better and better performances. And the next, our team is going to perform Narasimha Avataram very soon on May 14th. Please join us. And thank you one and all who came here on this day, even though there is a Omicron scare. Thank you, the audience who have been here supporting us. Thank you one and all. And we would like to thank Kritika for doing the video, and also on the Facebook Live. Shri Kadapa Mohan who has been doing the Kadapa Facebook Live.
டேரக்டருக்கு ஆரம்பிச்சிருங்க நீங்கள் இது பண்ணுறேன் ஆரம்பிச்சிருங்க
श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्य सन्निधत्तां गीतं गिरिं प्रायः श्रीनिवासानुकम्पया इच्छारसवत्ये वै यन्मूर्त्या सत्रायितं प्रपद्येतं गिरिं प्रायः श्रीनिवासानुकम्पया इच्छारसवत्ये वै यन्मूर्त्या सत्रायितं
Sorry for the rescheduling,
श्रीनिवासतयां बुद्धि परिवाह परम्परां
I'm glad we could have it now. I sincerely thank all the whole group here to have come and perform this early. There happens to be a Alvar Moksham in the evening. We have the program here, as well as today is a Tyagaraja. So, and she already talked about it and paid her tribute to Harikatha. So, we sincerely thank you all, and let me hand over to Srinivasa to talk to you.
Veena Mohan said, it was not enough time for complete Harikatha on Hari, 3-4 hours actually. Fortunately, we had only 2 hours. And thank you so much, thank you so much all the team. And Perumal was enjoying it, although we had the stereo on actually, screen on. I'm sure Perumal was enjoying Harikatha very much actually. At least I was listening completely, she was really happy. She was right behind you actually. All right, again, we'll just do a small thing, Maryada to everyone from the temple. Thanks very much.